Hi, welcome to That Sweet Life. This is another video regarding Virgin Voyages. Just wanted to go through some of the differences or some of the perks and benefits that you get for Virgin Voyages. My perspective as a passenger, especially on the Scarlett Lady, potentially going on another ship of theirs very soon. Not this year, but next year. I may do, depending on how the funds go, I may do something this year. May do a three-nighter or something like that, but we'll see how we get on. So with that being said, just thought I'd give you an idea of where we're up to with Virgin. Virgin have come out with a slightly different tack to the other cruise lines. Some bits work, in my opinion, some bits don't, and this is part of my opinion in there. Now, one of the things that they do is give you basic bevies. Now, what is listed in basic bevies is water, be that sparkling or still, personally still, non-pressed fruit juices, so that's just pre-done carton style juices, in my opinion. Anything from the in the way of a sachet tea, so in other words, like the black teas and the green teas, anything that isn't leaf based. I don't know many ships that do the leaf based teas, but I don't think Virgin do that either. And any what they call drip coffee. Now, drip coffee is basically filter coffee. Standard coffee. I'm sure they'll do lattes and stuff like that, mainly from the machines. However, nothing that's been pressed and gone, not like your Costa, your Starbucks and the places like that do your coffees and iced coffees and things like that. So one of the other things that they also have is their Wi-Fi. This was quite strange. They were one of the first ships to suggest that they were going to give you Wi-Fi. Now all the others are coming on, excuse the pun, a lot of the other ships are now coming on board with this idea of giving you Wi-Fi. It is becoming more of a necessity, and much as I often like to take the cruise to disconnect, sometimes you do want to connect to get certain bits, especially if you're going abroad. You'll want to get your test results, any flight information, any changes to the policies that you've got, whether you're on board or to do with hotel stays or anything like that you've got going on. This is useful. So it is quite useful, in my opinion, for that. Now, what they give you is a relatively good package, and obviously if you go on the suites you get the premium package, which is quite useful. Now, I wouldn't say you can go ahead and stream Netflix and Now TV and things like that on a consistent manner. When we did the UK sailings, I think they arrived a little bit late to the game, couldn't get the package they were wanting, but it wasn't bad. You could do most things. Now, from what I've been seeing in the reviews and stuff like that, the US sailings out of Miami, the Wi-Fi is far improved for just the basics, and I haven't seen anyone that's had a premium, a suite style Wi-Fi experience, but most basic Wi-Fi seems to be quite good. So with that in mind, I'm quite happy about that. One of the other things that is the major selling point is the 20 restaurants that they have that are all included. Now, I'm going to go through some of these, but in all honesty, most of these are part of the Galley. So I'm going to stick them near the end. Without all that being said, I'll go with the first one. The first one that is called the Wake, basically designed for the steak and seafood restaurant side of things. Now, I'm more interested in the steaks, to be honest, rather than the seafood. And we had breakfast there, and it was pretty darn great. We had eggs Benedict, and it was well worth it. Got to admit, the eggs Benedict there was very, very nice. But I'd like to test the evening menu. I think I'd like to test that. I think if we were doing the transatlantic, for instance, we'd probably try that more than once. Probably it would be one of our main restaurants we would try, I would think. At least 2 to 3 times on a 14-night sailing, I think would be our bag on that one. So the next one is Pink Agave, which is their Mexican restaurant. Now, I would say that we have tried pink agave, but I will give it another shot and I'll try something different and maybe not try some of the things that we tried on the night. One of the other things we tried was Razzle Dazzle. Now I went off menu. Sorry, my partner went off menu for the chicken curry, and I went for the vegan burger, the Impossible Burger, which I thoroughly enjoyed. More than happy to go back. Probably use that more than one time, probably 2 times, maybe even 3. It is quite a good restaurant. I'm happy and open to try more vegetarian vegan options, but they also have the naughty menu, so I'll probably try something from there. So I'll have a burger, I'll try something else, and then I'll try something from the naughty menu. Is probably where I'm likely to go on a 14-night sailing. One of the other things is the test kitchen. Now I've got to admit I quite like the Heston style theatrics of it. Not necessarily sold on having the wines and the spirits that you match that you have to pay for, as part of your bar tab and stuff like that. But I think it's a once in a lifetime try, so it'll probably be a oneer. Unlikely to try that go that again, but we will try it. One of the other ones that we were very excited to go to, but couldn't get in at the time, was Gumbay, which is a Korean barbecue. I think with this one, this is probably going to be a 1 or a 2 visit restaurant for us. It's the kind of stuff that we like. We like that kind of taste. So that's that. The next one is Doc, which is Mediterranean meze style bites. It is a main meal. We'll probably try that once. It's not necessarily something that is the instant standout for a meal, but like I said, we'll probably try that at least once. One of the other places that we did get to try was Extra Virgin, which is the Italian. We quite like that. Again, probably do that more than once or twice. That'd be okay. They did do quite big portions, and it was very nice. Got to admit, I really did enjoy it. Right, now we get into some of the lower tier, as I would class it. Now, next place was the pizza place, which was quite nice. We quite enjoyed the pizza place. They had freshly cooked to order pizzas for you. It was very nice. We quite enjoyed it. Took it back to our room. We could have done that rather than going to the Galley, and maybe for a 14-day sailing, I think we'll probably end up getting there more often. And then the other one was the social club dinner or diner. Again, this is one of those ones we didn't get to sample. That's just basically hot dogs, and for lunch, probably a great idea. It's just not part of the galley section. It's in sort of a little bit of an area where there's one or two of these things. I think there's an ice cream place. More than happy to have a hot dog. So when we got to the last section, it's the food court, which is called the Galley. Now, one of the things that the Galley has is there's a load of different sections. So they've got noodles, which is, as I said, just noodles, but bit of flavouring in there. Okay, it looked okay. The one we had tasted okay. It in my view, it was a slightly small portion, but that's sometimes what you want. And I think we had it at lunchtime, so it was fun for that. The next thing we did was we saw the bento boxes. We got the fruit bento boxes and took them back to our room, and that was very nice. Just sitting out on the balcony, eating a bit of fruit. Absolutely fantastic. 100% love that. One of the other bits was the sweet treats. Now, we were trying to watch our weight, so we missed the sweet treats. But the feedback from some of the people we were sailing on the ship with, that we'd met and got chatting to, they said the sweets were fantastic. The Scarlett Lady inspired sweet was apparently to die for. Got to admit, if I weren't going to try and lose weight, if I'm not trying to lose weight, I would be definitely in there. I'd be definitely trying it. But luckily, we managed to avoid having the sweets on this particular sailing, and therefore didn't manage to put as much weight on as we could have done. So some of the other things that they do is they've got like a bread station, which is sort of yeah, it's okay. Yeah, yeah, it's bread. you know, there's a burger joint which does the Impossible Burger from Razzle Dazzle, just in a not as elaborate setting. So just an Impossible Burger with a bun, bit of lettuce, bit of tomato. And yeah, it was fine. I had one of those. I had another burger normally. Wholly accept that they know how to do a burger. I'm not saying that they're gourmet burgers, but they were relatively good. I quite enjoyed them. They also do pressed toasties, the daily mix of sandwiches and things like that. I don't know whether that was for a UK sailing or not. Got to admit, the pressed toasties were a little bit of a disappointment. Some of the range wasn't necessarily great. I kind of think that you'd get the kind of stuff that you'd have in Subway or over in the UK Greggs, where they just put like bacon, lettuce and tomato, or bacon, tomato, maybe something else in there, maybe chicken, make it a club sandwich, and you could have that pressed. It didn't seem like they had that, and I'm not sure if you could have made your own, and we didn't ask. But if you can make your own, I'll certainly be requesting that. I think it looked okay. Anyhow, that's sort of where I'm at with this particular video. I hope this helps you out. I hope that you like, subscribe, and comment on the video just to make sure. Let me know where you're going to visit when you go on Virgin Voyages, and what bits you're most excited about in the 20 restaurants. And is the Wi-Fi an issue for you, or would you like to disconnect? Yeah, as always, like and subscribe. Thank you very much. Hope you today safe and well.